Cord for those YouTube people. So let's do a little bit of this body mind centering. Did we? All right, let's see how long my voice holds on.
Do you need your glasses?
Good question. What? Yeah, I do. Actually, I do today. This is a poem I wrote a long time ago, and I just put it in my new book because I found it somewhere. Poetry. When all the technology is sparking and smoking in the junkyards, a little girl will be scratching the ground with a stick. Poetry survives. Pictures on a smoky cave wall. Words breathed into the wind. A time before progress. We lived like birds, flying in our imagination, unfettered by logic, and science was metaphor. And this one's called Washing Away. The path winds through grasslands, then we see the blue Pacific. When we come to the promontory point and sit on the bench there, we see many rocks jutting out of the water. Some are mostly submerged. Other, higher ones are covered in white bird guano. Constantly, the ocean batters them. They seem impervious, but we know bit by bit they are being washed away into sand. Like these rocks, time is washing me away, but I don't notice it. I present a hard face to life, resisting thinking of my demise, but in that resisting, I also resist life. If I welcome the crashing waves, might I dissolve into life, my life, and find my true self swimming in the blissful sea of knowing.
Nice one, John.
Yeah, thanks. Put that one away. Let's see. And we go read this little one. Mount Tamalpais. This is in 6 parts. Number 1. The native people said she looked like a sleeping lady. I walked all over her in my youth. Now 60 years later, she is still like a mother to me. Number 2. I'm walking the old course of the gravity train. Gone now since 1930. It coasted down 8 miles only by gravity. You can see pictures. Men in black suits, women wearing mink stoles and wide-brimmed hats. Number 3. Today, mountain bikers zoom downhill using the same gravity. My legs feel the gravity as each step is accepted by the ground. Number 4. The whoosh of a raven's wings go by. I hear that peculiar honk of theirs, so resonant in the still air. Number 5. Sitting, looking out on the bay, San Francisco tiny in the distance, I'm pondering Israelis fighting Palestinians. Back in the day, I would have been thinking about Vietnam. The mountain stays the same, and so do people. Number 6. It's beautiful today, the vibrant green, scented sage in the high elevation, majestic redwoods in the steep valleys. What is time anyway? Wistfully, I think I'd like to be buried here, my bones resting on the side of the sleeping lady, daily welcoming the cooling Pacific fog, all existence falling into the gravity of the moment. Oh, you
I
know
like
what?
the line about your the ground accepted your footsteps. I like that line.
Oh, yeah, yeah. I was working with that gravity theme. You know, I did start a poem today. I didn't finish it, but maybe I can read what I did. Let's see. Is it? So far, it's in three parts. Let's see. Number one. Every morning I say hello to my partner. She looks at me with clear eyes, captured in a photo maybe 20 years ago. As I breathe, the space around my heart feels tender. Number two. As I look at the finches, still in their little bodies, distinctions of alive and not alive blur. My reference point will someday change. Some things don't change. Number three. The makers of great art and cathedrals sought to capture a moment outside time. Looking at them, my heart expands. Someday, my dear, we will catch up. Definitely not finished, but
It's very thoughtful.
a start. Yeah, I do. My old partner, I guess she's gone now 10 years, but I look at her picture every morning. Actually, I look at two old partners in their pictures. Let's see. Glenda, you sent me a very nice poem. Let's see. Where is that one?
That poem, I wrote it, part of it in at 2:30 in the morning. Several times, I kept turning the light off and on, like somebody outside would have thought it was really slow Morse code, but with the light going off and on. But it took me. I would write a line and then I'd go back to sleep and then I wake up and write another line. It was just like that.
Oh, that's fun. I don't usually write that way. Hmm, that's neat. Well, here it is. Yeah, you took it from that poem I wrote last week about what was it I was talking about? One of those old
Yellowed pages on a
one of those
book.
old yeah, those old one of those old poets. William Carlos
Mhm.
Williams, and he's yellowed pages in a library somewhere. So this is Glinda's poem Dust. I ponder as the sands of life fall through the hourglass. There's a book of yellowed pages perched on a dusty shelf. I sweep the dust that's settled soft upon my fevered mind. That's a nice line. As the days provide a cacophony of thoughts to gently slide. Forgotten as the time will come when dust will conquer light. Though it hasn't stopped just yet, I wait. A wanderer in the night. I know a book just needs a reader, and a song just needs to dance. A raindrop needs an upturned face as much as the cloud from whence it fell. But I haven't met the rain of dusk, nor a cloud to blot the sky. And if time's sands passes faster, then I'll read the rain until it's gone, and dance to songs made just for now, and yellow pages one by one, turned with dusty fingers drenched where rain has just begun at last. Well, that's a pretty impressive poem for being written late at night. Lovely.
Thank you.
Yeah, beautiful, Glenda.
Mm,
Thank you.
that's great. Well, I think I'm just going to read a few more. My voice is starting to go. Here's here's a fun one by Neruda. Ode to the Watermelon. The tree of intense summer hard is all blue sky, Yellow sun, fatigue and drops, a sword above the highways, a scorched shoe in the cities. The brightness in the world weigh us down, hit us in the eyes, the clouds of dust. The sudden golden blows, they torture our feet with tiny thorns, with hot stones, and the mouth suffers more than all the toes. The throat becomes thirsty, the teeth, the lips, the tongue. We want to drink waterfalls, the dark blue night, the South Pole, and then the coolest of all, the planets crosses the sky, the round, magnificent, star-filled watermelon. It's a fruit from the thirst tree. It's the green whale of the summer. That's right, Ron. The dry universe all at once, given dark stars by this firmament of coolness, lets the swelling fruit come down, its hemispheres open, showing a flag, green, white, red, that dissolves into the wild rivers. Sugar, delight, jewel box of water, phlegmatic queen of the fruit shops, warehouse of profundity, moon on earth. You are pure, rubies fall apart in your abundance, and we want to bite into you.
Phlegmatic? What's that? Phlegmatic or phlegmatic?
Phlegmatic, it's sort of kind of slow or something in it, like that. Anyway, the poem's not done yet. It's a long one. To bury our face in you, and our hair in the soul. When we're thirsty, we glimpse you like a mine or a mountain of fantastic food. But among your longings and our teeth, you change simply into cool light that slips in turn into spring water that touched us once, singing. And that is why you don't weigh us down in the siesta hour. That's like an oven. You don't weigh us down. You just go by. In your heart, some cold ember turns itself into a single drop of water.
Mm.
Good old Neruda. Let's see. This one by Jane Kenyon. In several colors. Every morning, cup of coffee in hand, I look out at the mountain. Ordinarily, it's blue, but today it's the color of an eggplant. And the sky turns from gray to pale apricot as the sun rolls up. Main Street in Andover. I study the cat's face and find a trace of white around each eye, as if he made himself up today for a part in the opera. All right. That's an interesting turn. And here's one by William Stafford. Okay. Lit instructor. Day after day up there beating my wings with all the softness truth requires. I feel them shrug whenever I pause. They clasp my voice among tentative things. And they credit fact, force, battering. I dance my way toward the family of knowing, embracing stray air as a long-lost boy, and bringing him home with my fluttering. Every quick feather asserts a just claim. It bites like a saw into white pine. I communicate right, but explain to the dean. Well, right has a long and intricate name, and the saying of it is a lonely thing. I think I heard him say that on some video or something. Here's a little one by Kabir. I know the sound of the ecstatic flute, but I don't know whose flute it is. A lamp burns and has neither wick nor oil. A lily pad blossoms and is not attached to the bottom. When one flower opens, ordinarily dozens open. The moon bird's head is filled with nothing but thoughts of the moon. And when the next rain will come is all that the rain bird thinks of. Who is it we spend our entire life loving? Okay, one more here in the Mary. This is somebody named Wayne Dodd. Of rain and air. All day I have been closed up inside rooms, speaking of trivial matters. Now at last I have come out into the night, myself a center of darkness. Beneath the clouds, the low sky glows with scattered light. I can hardly think this is happening. Here in this bright absence of day, I feel myself opening out with contentment. All around me the soft rain is whispering of thousands of feet of air, invisible above us. Interesting. I'm going to read a couple of Marys, and then I'm going to have to cut it a little short tonight.
Yeah, you need to go drink some tea and some honey.
Yeah, or do something. I don't know.
Or some tea with some whiskey.
It's funny when you feel
That's
sick, it
okay.
always comes on more when you're at evening somehow.
Yeah.
I thought I was well all day, and now all of a sudden it's come back. Well, let's read this. Oh, that's a long one. I want to read I don't want such a long one. Let's see. That's what long poems. What are you doing? The Gift. After the wind-bruised sea furrowed itself back into the folds of blue, I found in the black rack, W-R-A-C-K, a shell called the Neptune, tawny and white, spherical with a tail, and a tower, and a dark door, and all of it no larger than my fist. It looked, you might say, very expensive. I thought of its travels in the Atlantic's wind-pounded bowl and wondered that it was still intact. Ah, yes, there was the door that held only the eventual, inevitable emptiness. There's that, there's always that. Still what a house to leave behind. I held it like the wisest of books and imagined its travels toward my hand. And now your hand. And one more. Coyote in the dark. Coyotes remembered. The darkest thing met me in the dark. It was only a face and a brace of teeth that held no words, though I felt a salty breath sighing in my direction. Once in the autumn that is long gone, I was down on my knees in the cranberry bog and heard in that lonely place 2 voices coming down the hill. I was thrilled to be granted this secret that the coyotes walking together can talk together. For I thought, what else could it be? And even though what emerged were 2 young women, 2-legged for sure, and not at all aware of me, their nimble young women's tongues telling and answering, and though I knew I had believed something probably not true, yet it was wonderful to have believed it, and it has stayed with me. As a present once given is forever given. Easy and happy they sounded, those 2 maidens of the wilderness, from which we have, who knows to what furious, pitiful extent, banished ourselves. All right, guys.
Well, thanks, John.
Thanks,
And thanks,
Tom.
Glenda, for your poem. That was nice.
Thank you.
Guys,
Feel better.
Oh yeah,
Please
I may
feel
get
better.
sick, but then I'll get better. We'll see.
Okay, everybody have a good week.
You too.
Yeah,
You too.
you guys all have
Bye.
good.
Yeah.
All have a good week. I'll see you next week, Wednesday.
Okay, bye-bye.